Good evening. Good evening. Today, Monday, June 17th. Welcome to Gamers DMZ in a very hot Chicago. So, here's our guest for tonight. Well, our panel, Jazzy Moto.
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. It's over. We made it.
Yeah, we made it. Sir Rich.
What up, what up?
And last not least, the one.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining. Hopefully, everyone had a good, well, the fathers had a good Father's Day yesterday and celebrated with their families and children and things of that nature. And the ladies, well, you guys had Mother's Day a couple of weeks ago, so it's all even. That being said,
It's even.
let let's get into what you guys been playing over the week, so we can get into these topics about gaming. So, OG, what you been playing?
Oh, let's see. I reinstalled Monster Hunter on my ally, Monster Hunter World. Just
Is
love that
that your
game.
is that your only gaming mechanism now?
Say it again.
Is that your only gaming mechanism? Because that seems to be what you only thing you use now to play video games.
No, I go back and forth to the Xbox too.
Okay.
It's just more handy
Okay.
since I'm on the
And your
go.
and I know your wife don't let you play it when you go to sleep at night.
Yes, you do.
Oh wow.
He let him play while he sleep. I caught that.
Okay.
Packed off.
As long as I can't see it.
Okay. What else you been
So,
playing?
in Lords of the Fallen, I'm still stuck on the first boss.
You think?
So, yeah, it's hard, but it's fun. I like it. I was telling
Yeah.
Sir Rich that today.
If
Get
you still
So,
strong.
stuck there next week, you better go find something else.
I like the game though. Man,
Yeah,
I just gotta learn. I gotta learn how to beat it. That's all.
that's true. That's very true.
Hmm. So I respect my character, change to a different class and see if that'll work. What else I've been playing? Um, of course, my rotation is baseball is gonna always be in rotation. Uh, what else? I think that's it. The past week.
Yeah, this past week.
I think that's it.
Okay.
Oh no, you know what? I did play a little RoboCop. Another
Okay.
good game. Y'all should pick up. I think it's on sale too. That's
Okay.
about it.
Jazimoto, what about you? I know
Uh,
Destiny because I saw both of you and Serge playing that.
yeah, he got me back on Destiny, so.
Speaking
Destiny,
of that, give us
Destiny.
hold on, OG. Give us your thoughts on it since it's the new content you guys are playing.
I liked it. It was nice to see, like, I mean, it's not over, but it's nice to see the ta-da moment, you know? It felt,
Okay.
I felt accomplished. Like, oh, there were a lot of all moments for me, but that's me. So I enjoyed it. What else? I played a little bit of Daisy. Um, Probably a few minutes of Dragon's Dogma.
I got to get back
Apex
into that.
Legends. Yeah. Found that Medusa cave and I was like, nope. Let me take a break. What else? I feel like something is eluding my memory. Oh, a little bit of Unreal Tournament 2. This has been a while.
You played that
And
on your PC.
yep.
Okay. I'm like,
And a Stardew Valley. This is probably like 20-30 minutes. And a game
okay.
called Banana on PC.
Never heard
And
of
that's it.
it.
It's a
You got
Banana.
monkeys in it?
no, it's a banana and you just click it. It's like a click game. It's
Okay, never mind.
yeah.
Okay.
Banana.
And,
Panorama.
Anything else?
No. That's all that comes to mind right now. No, that's it.
Okay. Mr. Surge, what have you been playing?
Uh, Pretty much just Destiny. I
Mhm.
was playing the mess out of
Destiny.
that. Did 2 characters. I got
You got
2
two
of my characters
characters.
through the campaign. And right now I'm doing like last night you got to do all this stuff. It's a secret mission to unlock the exotic that got multiple tiers of on your armor. So I was
Okay,
doing
so
that, met up with a stranger and actually completed that with them. It took 5 hours just for that,
that's your money's worth.
let alone like 3 hours just to unlock it. So it took like 8 hours just to get this exotic.
Oh no, just an exotic.
Yeah. But once you unlock it, you can find it in the world. Whatever chest you open up in a new area has a chance of dropping a new one with a new mixture. So 8 hours to unlock the abilities for it to drop. Otherwise, you'll never get it.
What do you think about the game overall? As I asked Jazz, did they do what they intended to do? Did they meet the mark?
Yeah, it's bringing a lot of people back, and I feel like it's
So
got a
you
lot of
think
people talking and figuring stuff out again. Like when it's like all new again.
I
So
don't think they're going to hit that number that they need to stay sustainable. Meaning, what I mean by sustainable is the fact that if they don't hit their revenue money gains or revenue mark, Sony is going to take them totally into Sony Studios, and I can guarantee you that's what's going to happen. I see a lot of old, let me say, dedicated, not old players, but dedicated players back into it. I didn't, I, and you, s- can you gauge the two of you how many new players that you think were there?
Uh,
yeah, because the tower has been immaculately full every time I go there.
Hmm.
So they're not nowhere near as many. It's like it's starting to lag out like it did when it first came out. When you stay too long in
Okay.
the tower. But
Does
I
it
can't
feel
really say if it's
fresh?
new players per se because when you at our level we don't come across new players.
See, somebody told
and
me,
when you jump in, they cap or they start you off at the base level, and then so basically they catch you up to everyone else. So that's why it's
right,
even
that's what I
harder to
heard they were
determine.
doing. Yeah. Okay, I see your point. Okay. Anything else, Serge?
Multiverse. I was on
Oh
multiverse.
yeah.
That's it.
Is it?
Playing. Yep.
I want to ask you, did it feel fresh to you? Destiny.
Yep. Oh. Yep.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's to both of you.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
And I feel like it's a reinvention more so than it's new and foreign. You still have everything, but you're looking forward to something that's even bigger than what you've ever come across.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because you still have everything you gained to this point, and they unlocked all the stuff that was locked previously.
Okay. So those are the games you guys played. Okay. I played always, I get in, just hop in and hop out of Call of Duty, which to me, a lot of people are cheating in that game. I wish they can fix that.
They've
I
been doing
played,
that. They swear they
yeah,
fix it,
it,
but
it's,
nah.
They will
it's,
always find a
it's,
way.
Y'all
it's,
say y'all fix it, but it don't
yeah.
feel like y'all fixed it.
I mean, what I don't get is like someone made the server lag and we're lagging. This was yesterday and probably Saturday as well. But I played the game and I'm like, oh, it's lagging. And one guy was complaining because he was on my team. And we were like, this thing is lagging crazy. And he was like, they're cheating. And I'm like, I don't get it when you're cheating because you're fake if you're cheating. You're not really winning. You have to use something to help boost you
Hmm.
when you know you're not that good. So it's like, okay, that's why it's a video game. Really, you go to this extent to cheat. But it is what it is. I
I know
played
more than
Callisto
once.
Protocol. I played Callisto Protocol, which is pretty good, which I played on the PlayStation, but I'm playing it on Xbox. I played
Told you it was good.
I played it. I played a game called Sanzo, and that's a World War One shooter, and I don't like it. It's in Game Pass, and it's like, okay, I can see why this game didn't do well because it's horrible. It's not like a Battlefield World War One came out with the old weapons, but it was still fluid. This game is jump crazy. The mechanics are slow. It's just like, couldn't do it. Played it. I think I played at least five, no, 3 matches. I'm like, I can't do it anymore. And then I played,
Did it.
I played a Assetto Corsa. Yeah, I know what that is.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
It's
That's
a
a racing game, ain't it?
yeah, it was a racing game, and it was free play weekend. So whenever there's a free play weekend game, I test it out and I played that. Um, I did play Hypercharge. That's pretty good, but to me, it's fun when you play with a group. And the game that I played and beat last week, and I did it on purpose because it was leaving Game Pass. So I said, let me focus on this. So I beat Bramble, which
Now it's like
actually,
you're playing.
yeah, if you play the game, it's pretty good. The story is okay. I think the game would have did much better if the controls were better for the game. And if controls were horrible, but I would do one section, probably play an hour a day. Just trying to get it out the way while I had time. And I'm like, I was trying to do it in 1,000 and get all the achievements, but one achievement I didn't know about, and I'm like, where's the last achievement? And guess what it was?
Watch the credits.
Nope. No, I would have did that over. But
He said, watch the credit.
Yeah.
some
That's
people
a
do
good
that. Some games do that. You got to watch your credits.
Like, bloop.
It,
Oh, look at that.
it was
What game? I forgot what game. You get a diamond for doing that.
yeah, I forget what game that was too. But this
Yeah.
game you couldn't die.
Oh,
And if you
wow.
die, and I'm like, there's no way, even because the controls are goofy and the boss battles are goofy, it is intentional for you to miss because I'm fighting one boss and I slid off the back. I'm like, I'm done. I'm like, I'm not going to try. And then if you mess up early in the game and not know what's going on and you die, I'm not, and you can't start over.
Dang.
Yeah, you can't start over. You can start over to start over, real start over. I wouldn't gonna do that either. But the story was good, the ending was good, how the game went as a simple game. If they had the controls on point, more fluid for a nice game, it was okay. I liked it. That's all I played. And now I'm gonna play Callisto Protocol. I gotta get back to
Yeah, I need to get on that too.
yeah, I gotta get back. Yeah, I want to play Callisto and get through that, but then it's like you gotta get back to
Remember
all
how to
these
play.
yeah and all that and getting back. Yes, I'm trying to remember how to play, but I'm also trying to get back to uh Requiem. What's that game? Requiem. And get back to beat that game before because it's gonna leave Game Pass. And I always try to go back like and see what games are leaving Game Pass. Then I'm like, oh, I gotta beat them. That's why I did Bramble. But let's get on to some of these topics.
Can I quickly say
That's eating
one of the
good.
Yeah,
games?
go ahead.
One of the
Go ahead.
games that you get an achievement for watching the credits is Minecraft. I just had to look it up. That's the first one that popped up.
After you beat Minecraft, you get the
If you watch the credits, you get a diamond achievement.
Yeah.
Beat the Ender Dragon, y'all.
Hard that is, and this is ridiculous.
Well, you know what? I can see them. I can see them doing that because a lot of people put a lot of hard work in that game, in games in general, not
Yeah.
just that game. And they want you to see those people like, hey, these are the people who did it, recognize them and get them, as they say, their flowers for them
Mm,
developing a game.
let's.
But let's get to some of these topics. One topic I wanted to, this is just something it was getting on my nerves last week. It's not anything that we can, uh, well, really, have images of. But I guess we could find it, but it's not worth it. I just want to did any of you guys, since the gaming week was last weekend, not E3 as I'll call it, did any of you see a lot of the gaming shows after like the presentations that Microsoft gave every day for every show, or the one that Ubisoft show, which was pretty good actually. But needless to say, where I'm going around, what I'm trying to say is people, for lack of a better term, are extremely salty about Assassin's Creed. And
They
I
still
saw,
salty about that?
oh, they are salty. And I'm like, really? And I have to,
Like, truth.
No,
and
it's just that people don't know history, and that's funny, but not funny, haha, but funny
yeah,
foul.
but I'm just getting tired of all this
They don't know
because
history.
how you, well, they don't want to learn the history. And it's just the fact that, wow, you are complaining, but it's a video game. Isn't a video game supposed to be fantasy? So even if it wasn't real,
Who are you
why
to
would,
say what they want to
right?
make the game about?
Who
I
would
only
you
want
be
historical accurate games. Well, then,
The
yeah.
what are you
arbiter of
whining
video
about?
game characters.
So we wouldn't be playing Jedi. We wouldn't be playing any of these games. But it
I wouldn't have
just,
been playing video games in my whole life because we didn't get characters that look like us until later.
and it's just the fact that
Yeah.
I just didn't get it. To me, people are in a hissy fit because somebody posted on Twitter was like, and he said he was Asian, and I just like, wow. All I could say was wow, and I'm like, the guy said, and I'm paraphrasing, I can't see them. Why are they making a game to show a black man kill Asians? I'm like, wow.
Why they making a game about an Asian woman killing Asians?
Yeah,
Killing Asians. How about that?
I have one even worse, but I didn't. I have a quick mind,
He gonna go to
and I
Mafia 3.
say,
Hold on. Now.
yeah, no, not that. I say, but it's okay for people to drop nuclear bombs on you and say, "Oh, don't let a Caucasian man kill you," right?
Mm, mm,
Mhm.
You
mm,
see, if you want to keep
Mhm.
things historically, and I'm not saying anything about World War II because I'm a love history buff and I know what happened. I love what's going on. I mean, I love
You're
looking
just
at
saying
this.
this part of
Right? If
history is
you
okay, but this here part of history ain't
right,
okay.
exactly. And I'm just giving you examples. Wow, we make our own agenda for what we think is
A
right, and
punchy
it's
one, no less.
yeah,
That was
but
kind
it's
of
just.
punchy.
Oh, that's why I didn't respond. I just laughed because I would have went into a tailspin, and I got a
With
um,
links included. Here are historical links to back up what I'm saying. In case you didn't know, educate yourself.
so.
Maybe
Anybody
they
else
need
want to
to
have
start
anything?
doing that with these Assassin's Creed
It,
games. Having
it
like
it's
PDFs that
taking
you could download for like a history cliff notes of where they got the stuff from. Like, do y'all really have to be
Learn
educated
something.
now?
You wanna
oh,
know
you
this
know
true
why?
story about this?
You know who said? You know the reason why it sent me to the moon. That's why it sent me to the moon. That fool, and I'm gonna call him a fool. I can't stand him because he's a megalomaniac and he think he's all that. Elon Musk responded to it. He said, "This is what happens when you do DEI." And
Oh yeah. Wow.
what happened was
Isn't he
the
from another
creator.
country?
He's from
He's from
South
South
Africa,
Africa.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
then
He's
people don't realize
American
this.
inherited.
Now,
politics.
well, no,
American
no, no, right,
politics is all I'm
right,
getting
no,
at.
no. This is what boggles my mind. And people need to catch him in this lie. Oh, I left South Africa because I didn't want to participate, and I thought we were wrong for apartheid. No, you didn't want to serve in the military. That's why you left and went to Canada.
Mm,
But see, nobody wants to out him for his being a punk, as I call it.
Ain't
And
always the case with these higher ups. They always find a
His
way to
Emerald
smooth their
Mine
way out of being in the
inheritance.
military.
exactly, and that's but the point I'm making is that he of all people had to put his 2 cents in it. He can never be above afraid, but he always going after DEI and diversity, equity, inclusion. Yet your company Tesla is sued by a black man because you treated him like trash. Tesla.
Mhm.
Oh, and he was a janitor, and y'all treated him like trash. So it,
Mhm.
and I didn't want to segue to that, but that's just something that got me, and I just don't get it. I don't
It
get it. I
grinds
don't
your
get it.
gears.
Yeah, it just was amazing to me that we are still stuck on how people look in a video game. I don't get it. So let's talk about some of these topics.
You just
And
proven just racism still exists.
Well,
it's just
racism ain't never go
it's
away
never
because
gonna go away.
that's humans versus human nature. So there's always gonna be some kind of ableism, well, not ableism, but ism.
Hmm.
There's always gonna be an ism. They gonna call it something else, and it's gonna mean the same thing, but
Okay. Well,
Same thing.
haves and the
yesterday,
have-nots.
Your
It's always the
droidists.
ism.
yesterday, and about other things going on, and this is happened today. Todd Howard gave an interview with Maddie Plays, and he was talking about, he kind of went in on people, and he stated that Starfield had 14 million players, and the average player played over 40 hours. What did y'all think about that? Did y'all see that? Anybody
Oh,
see that
you
I
interview?
think
saw
I,
Yeah.
it.
I think I seen a tweet on it,
No, yeah,
and only
Starfield. And it
yeah, 90% of the people didn't beat it. Didn't beat
that
the main
doesn't
story.
I'm
that
one of them.
doesn't but I haven't beat it yet. And I don't have a problem with that I didn't beat it because I know I'm gonna get to it. It is so many games. Don't I always tell people, why are you in my business? Don't you have business of your own? Let me game the way I want to game. I haven't beat Sinuous Saga yet, but I got to get to it because when it came in, I was out of town, so I
Yeah.
couldn't play it. But when I get to it, I will beat it. Why are you worried about? And I could see that if we didn't have any games, if Game Pass didn't exist, and I was buying games, and there wasn't a smorgasbord, but I'm only had like
Mm.
maybe I would probably buy a game once a month or twice a month. Then I can go ahead and beat that. But with Game Pass, we get so many games thrown at us at one time. Yeah, I want to try everything because it's mine.
Dude,
It's a whole
we like a
catalog. You
fat
gotta
kid in a
pick and
candy
Yeah,
choose.
store. We're a
but
fat
I
kid in a
was,
candy store.
but I was amazed that he said 14 million people a month play the game because everybody thought Starfield was dying out, and with the mod and all that. So I did try to get back into it, and I did it last week, but I'm like, nope, let me get back to Bramble and play that because I was just playing Bramble and Call of Duty and probably one other game. And Friday, nah, I wish, I
I'm
wish,
good. Hey, I'm starborn. I'm good.
but but you beat it, right?
That's what he meant by
OG,
Starborn. You get Starborn
yeah.
when you beat it.
Oh,
I'm
I'm I,
starborn.
I'm star studded, so I wait.
Oh.
He ain't came to term yet. He'll be born one
Mm-mm.
day.
Yeah, I'll be born. I'm just studded. So, what do y'all talk
Mhm.
about and think about his remarks and the additional remarks? He says he's not in a hurry to do a remaster of anything like Oblivion or any other game. He's not in a hurry for Fallout 4 remake or Fallout 5. It happened when it happened. And he was more or less stating that they're more focused on all the content for Fallout 76 and that they have that rolling right along with my interpretation is that's what's rolling along with the TV show.
Hmm. That's interesting. I was thinking Todd was really focusing on getting Starfield up to the level it should be, you
And
know?
what's wrong with Starfield though? That's what they were. I mean, he said they had 500 people at the studio, and they got 3 teams plus other people, and they're working on different things. So you don't have to have 500 people working on Starfield.
That's a lot. That
So
is a
they
lot.
work.
I mean,
Yeah, you got people working on Starfield. You got people trying to work on, that doggone all the scrolls online, ESO, because they're coming out with a new content tomorrow,
Hmm.
and then they in Fallout 76, they're not gonna let that die. And the way he stated is that even Starfield has what Shattered Space coming out this month, no, in September, and then another one
I
coming
think
out next year.
yeah.
So,
I mean, his plate is full. He did
but
mention, didn't he mention the remake of Fallout 4?
that's not happening. See, and then what I didn't like about the conversation, because I think Matty guy, I don't really particularly care for him, but he did a good job. He studied for that interview. He did ask some good questions about stuff. I have to give him credit. He did ask some very good questions. He was like, he asked about all those games coming out. Fallout 3, would you let anybody else do it? And Todd, to me, didn't want anybody to touch anything.
He
That's the way I
didn't
interpret
want to
it.
touch his
He
babies.
didn't want anybody to touch anything. And I'm like, that's not, to me, business savvy. I can see him saying, I'm not gonna let anybody mess up Elder Scrolls 6. I'm not gonna let anybody mess up Fallout 5. I agree with him on that. But to have, and he was like, I didn't agree with him on this one either. He was like, uh, Fallout 1 and 2, those are PC games, and he want people to experience it that way. I don't want to play it. If you're going to tell me you want me to play it the original way, I don't want to play it the original way. You can't make me play something that way.
So why are
I
you
don't.
coming out on the other way if you wanted me to play it that way? Like,
Right. So he wants you to play it the original way, and I'm like, yeah, if if I was Phil, I'd be like, you can do whatever you want to do with ESO 6, Fallout 5, but we are remaking 3 and 4, and we're just going to hire somebody else to do it. And they're not changing anything. That's the point. If you just have someone do a remake, and I mean, what is it? Not a remaster, remake, totally remade from the ground up in a new engine. And he'd have a fit if you didn't use their engine or make it in ES. He would. I'm just telling you how he appears. He comes off to me. He comes off. No, I'm not. I don't have anything negative to say about him, but I'm just saying he's overly protective of those IPs, and it doesn't appear that he wants anybody to do it. And Fallout New Vegas, he should say, "Well, you didn't make it. We own it. We'll let somebody else do it."
Right.
Why?
Obsidian did that, right?
Obsidian did that,
Yeah. You could sign Obsidian up for it.
but the way he came off, he was like, "We ain't doing it." That's the way I interpret it. He was like, he didn't. He's like, we got enough on our plate, and that's when he started talking about those numbers of 14 million people and 25 overall between all their products, and you can see that they are more focused on live service games, because 76, if they could make Fallout 4 a live service, they would. But they got the creation store. All of them have creation stores. But I do like the fact that they could take Starfield, so many directions in space.
Oh yeah. Sky's the limit with Starfield.
Well, you just have to have the time. That's why I said Starfield's inevitably be good if they keep messing with it. But
Now, but you look at the video about Shatter Space? That
nah.
look
Well,
okay.
yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I did see
That
it.
look
Never mind.
that look
I was gonna say it,
very.
but that's
it
okay.
was so
It
very
only
cool.
takes place. Yeah, but it only takes place on one planet, and it's not what do you call it? Where the world's develop. What do you call it? The pre self-generating worlds. I forgot the name of it, but it's all based on they. It's one location and they are developed it statically. So I'm just saying that term because I can't think of the term that they use. But did any of you guys see any of that? Because I thought it was very interesting how he came off, and no problem what he came off with, but he was more or less, we'll get there when we get there. And this is what I'm focused on in Fallout 76. And we got all these players in Fallout 76. And we just gave what a free content for Fallout 76.
Shoot.
But
I don't know about Todd. I know Todd got to be at least my age.
oh yeah,
So
Todd is, but Todd ain't going nowhere.
shoot.
Todd is not going. I don't think Todd going anywhere because he can basically launched that Fallout TV show. That has nothing to do with Microsoft because that was prior to Microsoft. It was in the production of Microsoft. But what I'm saying is a lot of his babies are making money and they're getting attention. Even people can hate on
Yeah.
Starfield all they want. Starfield made money. And if it
Mm-hmm.
continuously releases new content every year in that creation club, and the creation club is nothing but mods. You saw the Batman mod, you saw the Star Wars mod. You someone modded it to you. I don't know if you guys saw the mod that let the Series S go 120 frames per second. Yeah, I
Oh
didn't see that
wow,
mod.
nope.
I seen
Mm-mm.
that today.
I saw the mod that
Yeah.
had Starfield going at 60.
Y'all gotta send me stuff.
That's what I'm talking about. Starfield 120 frames on the Series S.
On the
So there's a
Series
mod
S. They got
for
it
yeah.
for
There's
120.
there's a mod for that. So I don't see that monster dying anytime soon. If because you
It's
letting all
just
these
the old guard that they lost when they lost the original people who did the mods. That was a big hit, but that doesn't mean there aren't fans.
there are a lot of guys. Oh, no, guys. There are a lot of people modding that game because it's and they making money off of it. Yeah,
Yeah, but that's
Bethesda
my
does.
point.
Yeah,
I'm saying is like just because the main people y'all used to doing it don't mean there's not people still invested in it.
there
Because
are a
that's what
lot
they
of
was
Right.
people.
trying to
Yeah.
say about it. Like, oh, Starfield is so hard to make. I don't see anybody ever making no mods for it. And every time I look up, I'm seeing more mods for
Yeah,
it.
you in the
So,
hey, as long as you're in a capitalistic society where you can get paid for doing something, you gonna have mods in that game.
yep.
And
Ha. Yeah.
so I'm interested to see it, what happens in Shattered Space. But I am going to try to get back into it after I beat like one or two more games. But I want to beat it before Shattered Space come out because I don't want to let OG think that he can only be the Starborn person.
Especially when he don't be beating you getting achievements. So, you know you
Hmm.
can't let him do that.
Yeah, no, you know,
I want to design my spaceship, make it all nice.
I
That's
don't
what
know if
was
this,
annoying me. I
I'm gonna tell you,
couldn't get
I
that
can't,
down. I was
I
like,
can't do that. I don't know if you guys follow this guy, and I think he's from Germany. His name is Nico,
I think I've seen him.
NYKL.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
I've seen
Yeah.
him. Yep. Yep.
Oh, I see him on Twitter. I hate on him in a funny way. Fun way. I say
Like, how you do that, man? You going crazy. You doing too much
he,
now. How you expect me
he,
to catch up?
he is. Yeah. I'm like, where do you find the time to do this? And he's good. And there's another guy too.
He good.
I'm like, I don't know how he does it. I mean, his homes are meticulous. I'm like, how do you do this? And he
Mm-hmm.
does a great job. And I'm like, and I say, you need to tell Xbox they need to feature your crap in one of their commercials because he is off the chain. I don't mind giving credit where it's due, but he knocks it out the park every time. And he puts video content up, or he does content on YouTube. I mean, not YouTube. I guess it's on YouTube too, but he does it on Twitter is where I see it. But
Shoot, he can teach people.
I don't have the
Shoot.
patience for it. I'd rather if they came out a mod called Build Me, I'm good. Meaning, this is what I want. I pay you credits. Build it. I don't wanna build. I don't like building. Never did, and don't
Was
have
it
any
was it
interest.
was it
I'm
like
the
that?
builder.
And you paid people to do artwork on your cars? Was
Commission.
it Forza like that?
Getting an order.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Forza had something like that.
yeah.
Well, you can hire
So,
people to build your car. That's crazy.
yeah, I'm not an artist. I never tried to be, never
Need for
will be.
Speed. I think Need for Speed had that too. Now that
Yeah,
you say
but
something.
I just think there's a lot to do. I, I think a lot of people underestimated Starfield because if they're planning 2 to 3 to 4 years with Starfield and wait, like I said, the way he said it, Starfield ain't going nowhere for 5 years, 10 years. I think if they can get 5 to 10 years out of Starfield, it's gonna happen.
Oh yeah. They gonna get about 10 years out of it.
Oh yeah, let anybody else have anything? Because I forgot about this. I wanted to say what y'all thought about something else because this happened after we did our call last week, after we did our reaction show. Um, what did y'all? Nah, I hope you guys looked at some of it. Did any of you guys look at Phil Spencer's interview with Ryan Caffrey or whatever his name is?
Mm-mm.
Oh my
Yeah, I
gosh.
seen bits and pieces of it.
Oh my gosh. That was a good interview. He was pumping his chest. What did you think about him saying the slimy content holding back, content on slimy he something about slimy platform moves to keep it only on one platform
Yeah,
because
he threw shade.
he threw shade.
He threw his shade. He was confident of his show. That the showcase. So
He got it
he
out
can
there.
flaunt
Said,
it.
yeah, he said other games will come to uh PlayStation and that's good. And I think I'm glad how he handled it, got it out the way. You didn't see any reaction of negativity. He finally addressed stuff instead of holding stuff in. But everybody thought they were going to announce all these games this week or last week.
Man, I'm hearing they gonna have more games at Gamescom.
Yeah, someone said that. I don't know if they're going to
Dang.
do that, but it would be nice. It'd behoove them to do it.
It's in Gamescom is in Europe, right?
Yeah, I wish. I mean, I could go, but I wouldn't mind going.
Germany?
Hmm.
Is it Germany?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They'll announce something there too.
Hmm.
So much content.
What did any of y'all read about? And this goes, Jazz. I think you got the article about Xbox chief marketing officer leaving. Yeah. What do y'all think about that? I think it's good. I'm happy out because they kind of put everybody in different silos, right? Did you guys know that?
I thought his job was redundant. Because I think
Wh-
I don't know if it was King that mentioned it, but they were saying that the people from Bethesda was running that showcase. Did you know that?
Yeah, that was his opinion. I don't know if that was factual.
It did feel different. I'm gonna tell you, it did feel different
No,
during the.
what King said, he said that it felt like Bethesda ran the show as far as when people there, the show hosted the show. They felt as though that was done. But
Mhm.
they, and I'll post it somewhere, though. I'm like, okay, if he left, they need to put the head of Activision marketing team ahead of that. Did any of you
Yes.
guys did any of you guys hear that? And what are your thoughts? Jazz, what are your
I've been
thoughts?
seeing
What
Black
about you?
Ops 6 a lot.
Yeah, in New York, it's Times Square, and
I've been seeing it. I mean, constantly, like on the YouTube, the commercials right before the video play, th-
oh,
they're
really?
playing it a lot. They're really playing it a lot.
Jazz, what about you? What do you think about that? Do you think he should have stayed, or do you think he left on good terms, or you think because he went to Roblox, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Oh
he
yeah, I
left
think
on good terms. I just think it's funny, only because this whole time we've been echoing that, especially you, that they need to up their marketing. Look, he's gone. Was it like, oh, we don't need him, or y'all don't need me? I'm gonna go play Roblox over here. Like, what is it?
and Westcott wrote a letter. Phil Spencer wrote a letter, and to me, he was like, "We got all this," and it was like, "Okay, you did good, but we moving on." S- Serge, what about you?
Yeah, I think it's interesting. It might have been a choosing leave. Like we can get rid of you or you can step down.
You
So
step
Yeah,
down.
and he got another job, so he got the Roblox. OJ, what about you?
I think it's a good thing because like I said before, I think they can roll with like you just said, roll with Activision's marketing strategy or they team or whatever because they do it right.
Well, from what I read, is that and I think it's an article that I sent Jazz, is that Xbox marketing is all under Sarah Bond, meaning console. Games is under Matt Booty and somebody reports to them. And then somebody else reports to somebody at Activision Blizzard. And I think they're taking more of a silo approach, which to me makes more sense because Sarah Bond needs to find a way to market the Xbox and not worry about the games division and let the games market the games because you're going to Xbox. You get what I'm saying? Meaning we already know you're going to Xbox, but the only
Hope this
scare
one.
I have, excuse me, yeah, but I
I
only
think
scare. Go ahead.
I was about to say I think as far as Sarah Bond is that she's gonna make her footprint or her imprint on that handheld.
Yeah, and the hardware. Like I say, she's got hardware. So my point is,
Highway.
she marketed the hardware her way, and
Mm-hmm.
always let people know, hey, this is. But you can always get an Xbox with Game Pass, so we got the more powerful system. We do X, Y, Z. But the only scare I have with this is that okay? I don't know if any of you thought of it like this. We're segmenting ourselves and have games market themselves, but that's because we're kind of going to disassociate ourselves because we're going through a little bit more market games to other platforms. Not all our games, but some games. Y'all think about that? Since they split in the marketing of the games to different marketing teams. But I think that's too much for one person to handle anyway. But it's food for thought.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that.
But it does allow all of them to think independently, and hopefully they got a nice budget to market. But I don't think they can market. I never knew this though. I don't know if you guys heard of this, but they can't market in a commercial to say Call of Duty is on Game Pass.
Why not?
They can't because of that. I think it's something to do with that deal. Because if you notice, you've never seen a commercial that says Game Pass. Call of Duty is coming to
Hmm.
Game Pass. You heard them say it, yes. You had Phil get up and say it's coming, and then he did it in a genius way by saying it's coming to Game Pass in his announcement. He can do that all day, but you've not seen a commercial because they don't want to say it's prejudice in getting everybody off PlayStation or any other way of looking at it.
You sure that it wasn't at the bottom of
Show
the
'em.
commercial at the end?
Yep. And you have not, and I looked for it. I have not seen Game Pass marketed anywhere with Call of Duty.
So
Interesting.
now I'm gonna look extra hard now.
Look,
Like what?
look,
Yep.
look, but you won't see it. And I looked at a couple of commercials, and I haven't seen. Even when you looked at it, let me give you another way of looking at it. You said you saw some advertisement. I saw it in New York on Times Square. I didn't see Game Pass. I saw Call of Duty. It didn't say on Game Pass. Didn't say day one
Hmm.
on Game Pass. Didn't say day one on Xbox Game Pass.
Man, now you got me pulling stuff up.
Can't do it. But the way they're doing it is smart. Saying, okay, well, we can announce this on Game Pass. We just can't have it on a Call of Duty commercial. Anybody else have thoughts on that?
Very interesting. I'm good with it.
Yeah. No comment on that.
We'll see how that turns out.
Well, how you feel about these Gen Zers playing basically a 1990 Call of Duty?
You don't think they'll play?
Oh, I think they will.
Yeah,
I
they'll
think they
play.
will. I mean, hey, we were playing World War II for so long.
Hmm.
That should be funny.
Okay. Um, what do y'all think about? And we're gonna go back to some of the Xbox uh, showcase because after the showcase, what do you think? But well, let's go to Gears first. And I heard everyone saying where they can go with that Gears, and everyone saw the Gears uh, trailer, right? What are your thoughts again? Because I want y'all to refresh my memory because I, everyone is putting in their 2 cents on where it should go with E-Day. Should it be a prequel? And I'm the only one who said 6 or 7 months ago, I want to understand the beginning, how they got there. Now, if you look at the video, right, and I was looking at another podcast today, they were like, well, they should do this and how we want to know how they met, right? And how did he get like this, meaning Marcus and Dom, how did they meet, right? So y'all saw the commercial, I mean the trailer, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And tell me this wouldn't be classy. It'll piss a lot of gamers off, right? But what if that trailer is at the ending of the first game and that's like how they met and then that leads to the second game?
No.
Why not? Why not?
Hmm.
Would
No.
that would tear you up though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
But it introduces you, it will give you the whole opportunity to understand Marcus Phoenix, would it not? And then at the end, he get into a fight because they're just understanding what's going on, right? E-Day. So he's getting his butt kicked, and he's a soldier. And then he finally uh, does what he at the end of the video because I don't want to give too much up. And then all of a sudden, who saves him is Dom, and that's how they become closer friends. And then they go into how they met. It appear a
I
lot of
want to know.
it appear a lot of people off.
Yeah, but I want to know what's the timeline as far as the Pendulum Wars.
14 years.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
they got the dates on there. Like it's all in the lore and stuff when you're playing the game. Like when E Day
Because
was, because E Day is Insurgents Day when everything, all of them broke through. Like everything was cool, and then that was the beginning of the war when everything started getting swallowed up.
what I think Marcus looks like what, maybe 30 in there. Looks like he could be
Those-
about 30 years old,
Yeah,
yeah.
give or take.
I if you look at the video, I can't think, and I'm looking at people's reaction. I'm looking at a lot of reaction videos. I could not believe, and I'm like, I agree with somebody. King said this. How y'all Gears fans, if you didn't know that was Marcus at the very beginning, how
for
did
real.
you
Right
not
How could you
away.
know?
not
Right
tell that was Marcus?
away.
That's the first time you seen his hair though. That
Right
was
off
Yeah,
like,
the
but how
bat.
could you not know that was Marcus?
Yeah,
Come
just
on.
no bandana.
He got his bandana. Yeah, you know. Come on now.
I was like, right
yeah,
off the bat, I knew what that was.
yeah, of course.
He wasn't as brutal as he was. He was green in a way because he was getting
But
handled by
that's what
that
they were
regular
right. That's
regular
the
dude.
that's my whole point. What make it so interesting is that it would if it gives it shows you how he got there to where he is in the first Gears.
He was weak, bruh. He was
And
weak.
you got to come from you got to come from nothing to get to something, right? Ain't that they say the Big Bang Theory? Everything comes from nothing to something. So,
He was getting owned.
oh, he wasn't getting on. He got on. He got on. But it'd be very interesting to see how a lot of people think it's going to come out in 2025. I don't think so. If they do put it out in 25, they're rushing it. I'll put it out in 2026 with the new X.
Now here's another
Please take
thing
your
too.
time. Please.
And they say that's the what 20-year anniversary. So why not put it in 2026?
It'll be 2026.
It'd be crazy of them not to.
I wouldn't be surprised if that game halfway finished now.
Yeah, that's not. But they have been totally quiet over all these years. They haven't done anything. They have been consulting other
Yeah.
studios.
It's been 6 years. But here's another theory, though. I think some people online were saying that the Hammer of Dawn was developed in the first game, but it wasn't. The Hammer of Dawn was there during the Pendulum Wars.
The Hammer of
Wasn't it in the
Dawn
second one?
was sleep. They had to reactivate it in the first game. In the first game, it had got disconnected and it wasn't aligned. So in the first game, you had to realign it to activate it. It was up
Right.
there, but something happened to where it got knocked off kilter. More than likely, a big dumb bug. Because we seen them tank bugs. So even the ones that
I,
mimic the Hammer of Dawn. Oh my goodness, them things was crazy.
Nah.
y'all giving me the gears itch to go back and play it.
Yep. Hear that crunch and that sploosh.
Crazy journey, man. All the big bugs. You was fighting giant tank bugs and all this. Like, what is this?
Underground twisty turn caves, guts.
Well, you know, I had the first one on the Ally flight since the wintertime.
Did you?
Yeah.
I'm curious
I
to know
played here and there.
what this is, though. It looks like it's about how he got in jail. That's my theory. How he got locked up. Because you only get locked up like that if you a Class A surgeon, if you know the wrong thing. And that's what I'm guessing. I'm
Okay.
guessing
So
he
you
found
saying
out
what did he do to get locked up?
Yeah, for the first one. And that was always a story that everybody wanted to know. Like, how did Marcus end up an enemy of the Gears? And the only way when you were high class soldiers, one or two ways: either you go AWOL and you turn coat, or you have some information that you're not supposed to know.
They were selling people to the aliens. That's what happened to Dom's wife. No.
And then when we find out that Marcus's daddy was shagging up with the queen, it makes a little bit more sense.
Queen.
Interspecies. Ugh.
So what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on?
And Marcus was against that, but they was probably trying to make some kind of super soldier, and he found out.
We
Like,
don't
can you
know.
imagine if they was trying to mix the locusts and the humans, or if the locust was caused by the humans from finding something underground? Like it's like some Resident Evil type stuff.
It's possible.
Because the locust queen, she looked human. What if she was
She
metamorphosed by some
sound human
alien,
too. Talk mess.
by some
human.
alien stuff? Like she bonded with the alien parasite. It's a symbiote on her, and they bonded with the humans in some kind of funky way.
Interesting.
Well, they did say they were the aliens to that planet.
No,
Something like
remember
that.
we discussed. No, I thought it was too, but I think Serge told me no, they've been there because I was thinking they came from Earth.
No, I looked it
and-
up. Remember, I said there was no Earth in
Yeah.
this
Okay,
universe.
yeah.
Right,
That's what you
right,
said.
right.
That's
That's
what you said.
Yeah, they have. It's their own shitty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what you said.
And they
And
also
another
said they
thing be
terraformed this
interesting.
planet, so I don't know. Maybe
Did
it
they?
was a. Yeah, that's what they got
Okay.
terraforming stuff. They said they terraformed all this terraforming. They start talking more about it in detail. So
And another thing to be interesting too is Coltrane.
well, that's why I said because they alluded to it. I think I was talking to Jay about it. He said in 2 because I couldn't remember correctly. They gave the clip because when E-Day happened, he was on the football field and he fought his way out of the
He
football
was
field
on the football field.
and it cracked open. Yeah.
Right.
So that is what Coltrane, that whole how did he meet up with Cole and all that? Because him and Cole was too cool. How did that happen? It's a bunch of questions that's unanswered about
Right.
the Gears series from the
So
past.
they definitely should show that on E-Day.
Shoot, wasn't it one of the maps you were playing like in the stadium?
Yeah.
I remember going through the concession
You had to
stand
go back.
upstairs
You
and
had
all
to
that.
go. You had to go back in 3. It was like something that you
Yeah.
had to get out the stadium, or you was going through it. And Coltrane was being all nostalgic and creepy and weird and couldn't get over the fact that he was back at the football stadium. Like, what did you go through, bro? What did you go through? We don't talk about what Coltrane did. Coltrane here.
Coltrane, baby.
Coltrane is here.
Yep. And done.
We'll see how that turns out. Yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna be good. wherever they go with it, it's gonna be good. I know.
You're right about that. We will see in time.
Mm-hmm. So what else you got?
Oh, that's what basically what did y'all think about Star Wars?
Talking about the game with the
Ubisoft.
chick.
Oh my God, you call her a chick? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Game
Yes.
with the lady, the chick,
Yeah,
the male, the girl.
Yeah.
I call men dudes too, so come
Yeah,
on now.
Outlaws. I'm being silly. Star Wars Outlaws. What did y'all think?
Like, come on now. Y'all get me with all these verbiages.
They say it plays like Uncharted a little bit.
Really?
It looked like it was boost to the ground though. Like they haven't made a real
That's what
true to life boost to the ground.
someone said. I was looking at a video earlier today. of a guy who played it, and they sent him out there, and he said it played a little like Uncharted to an extent. He didn't like the flying. He said the flying was a
Mm,
little too easy. Give me the easy
mm.
flying because I don't like flying in space if they don't do it right. It just makes it
Yeah, give me
cumbersome.
the easy
Yeah,
fun.
I don't like
I
flying.
say it should be easy enough, but you should get like bump things you can control, like a little
Right, but
bit
you're
bonuses,
right, but
but like make it fun. Because if it's too hard and cumbersome to fly, you're not gonna
then
want to do it.
exactly, that's my point. That if
Exactly.
like Starfield didn't make it easy, but they made it fun. It's okay to fight and dog fight in Starfield.
Unless you got a bum ship.
You
Yeah,
trying
but
to
you
empty out
still,
your pockets.
Unless
yeah,
you
you
got a
could.
bum ship, because them ships be having slow turns and you be getting lit up.
Have you ever noticed? Have you ever noticed that whenever you land on a planet or go to a new planet, another ship may land,
Mm-hmm.
and then
I was just running around and one
Yeah.
landing near me.
and then right, and then that's how you can steal them. So that's what I was doing. I tried my little sneak attack, and I worked 50% of the time. I get me a ship by stealing.
Yeah, see, I was paranoid about doing that because of
Uh,
Dust and the factions and all that. Like, hey, you
Shoot,
stealing our people's ship. Come
I
here.
accidentally stole a ship. I was like, "Ooh, that's
yeah,
a pretty ship." Got on
I
there.
was stealing them, but the thing about stealing, if they see you or they bust you, you cannot get on that ship. May as well get off because they're not opening it up. You have to be able to
Mm-mm.
sneak on that ship, go up the ladder, and then the one time I tried to steal it, oh, it's somebody I belong to the clan, so I can't steal that ship. I'm like crap. But back to Star Wars Outlaws, I think it looks good. I don't know. My fear for Star Wars Outlaws is the timing when it releases. Because it released what, August 30th?
I don't know. Is it that
I
soon?
think it's
Ooh.
August 30th. And
Jeez.
I don't understand everybody throwing all these games. I don't want my game around everybody else. I want my games, and to me,
For
that
shine.
is that's what made Elden Ring
So wait a
fail.
minute. That game
That
is
little
coming
bit of
out
gap.
around the
Yeah.
same time as Black Myth,
That's I ain't buying that
and it's
anyway.
coming out around Space Marine.
What's you not getting
Space Marine
what's that,
September 5th.
the monkey thing?
I am not getting the monkey because the monkey said he
That comes
tried to.
out August 20th.
Yeah, but it ain't coming to Xbox anyway. He talking about they tried to make Xbox pay more.
Mm.
So that's why it ain't coming out. Some of the Xbox had to pay more. It wasn't had anything to do. That's what somebody made a clip from Sarah Bond and said that she said they tried to money had them, and they're like, nope. So now it's coming at a later date.
The Chinese company.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I tell you.
Let it be. That's
So
all I can say.
Let it
you can get it on your
be.
PS5.
I ain't doing that. Well, you know me. When I tell you I'm boycotting, there ain't nothing in the world gonna make me change my mind. So
Unless
you can
they
go.
act right. That's
There
when
you
you
go.
know.
You
That's
act
it.
right. Yeah, that's what I do.
You act and
You can
treat
get it
me
on
like I'm a
PC.
good customer.
You
What
didn't
about
hear me when
PC?
you didn't hear me when I said it the first time, did you? Apparently not, because I'm not getting it. When they did that, that just sent me to the moon. Okay, here we going to play games and rip people off. My whole point is don't play everybody. If you want to play, you're going to try to make games. Make the game for everyone. Don't say it's going to come like I'm a second. You know, I have a problem when people try to treat you like a second class citizen. And once you start trying to treat me like a second class citizen, okay, I'm good. I don't need you. That's when Xbox got
Sony,
so many games.
Sony treating that game like it's theirs.
If that's all they got, what you gonna do? And going back to that, but no, let's go back to that because there was a report out to them, and they were almost done, that they were talking about the PS5 sales and um, all this stuff going on in Concord. And I'm telling you right now, it's Sony. And people may disagree with me to some extent. Sony did this to themselves by over relying on Call of Duty. Their whole fan base at this point, a good percentage of them are hooked to live service games. And we discussed this before. FIFA,
Oh yeah.
Madden, Call of Duty. They don't own any of those titles.
Don't forget Fortnite. You didn't say Fortnite
Oh,
though.
and Fortnite. But when you don't own anything, you dependent on someone else for your fortunes.
Hmm.
So mm, I they'll do well around Christmas. And but like I said, whatever that game, whatever the game is, the monkey game is going to be on their consoles. Uh, Assassin's Creed's going to do well. Outlaws is going to do well on the PS because there's nothing else to buy. Everyone thinks that everyone's going to buy Astrobot.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
You got fun with that one.
Put it all on the Nintendo Lite game, huh? Okay. We'll see.
Did you hear what I said?
What
Can
part?
you
Because they
hear?
don't got no games.
Huh?
No, did you hear what I said?
What you say?
I said Astrobot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And IGN. Yeah, I heard what IGN said, right? That was the number one wish for a game that everyone wants. So that beat out Call of Duty. He beat out all the games, Xbox, Valve, uh,
That was a lie.
and they came out to be a lie. That's exactly what it was. Astrobot was not even in the top 10. I don't think. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, who's going to buy that game? So it goes back to the point of that's why if that game was money had it, that's why you said PS5 is acting like the monkey game is theirs. They may as well.
How does a demo game becomes a full game
That's another
like that?
thing. I mean, it was okay. When I played on my PS5, it was okay. It didn't grasp me to say, okay, I'm gonna play this all day and night and ooh, I'm gonna do it again. No, I'm like, okay, it's a cute little thing to learn. You learn how to play your PS5 with the controller. That's it. But other than that, I'm like, okay, if you like it, I love it. And the Lego game, I think the Lego game will do well, but I think it's gonna do better on the Switch. I'm not the Lego person, so that's
That's
just not
over
my.
there.
I like the Lego games.
How many you beat?
Oh man, let me see. Indiana Jones,
You beat Indiana Jones?
Batman. Yeah, me and Mark beat that together when he was a kid.
Okay, well, that's because
Uh,
your son. Don't blame like you actually don't play it. You play it because of him.
yeah, we love those games. Avengers game.
I
It's
played
a few of
them.
them we beat.
I played Star Wars. I'm like, okay, we'll see. But that's any of the other things y'all want to talk about, which y'all thought was interesting last week before we wrap up.
That game, the one you surprised that I liked, Expedition 33.
Yeah. What about it? You like that?
I love that game. It's gonna be good, and it's turn based, but the way they doing it, it still look like it's in real time. So you have to. It look like you have to. You know those predictive when you have to hit A and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It looked like it's similar to that. Yeah, it looked
Okay.
like it's similar to that.
Well, I'm gonna get your opinion
And
because I
the
can tell you.
premise of yeah, and the premise of the story is that there's a countdown in the game. Um, if you turn 30, that's called 33, but if you're 34 years old in the game, you die. Everybody dies. So there's a countdown in this game. It's gonna be cool. think it's gonna be really cool.
Hmm.
Nice premise to it. That was about it for me.
Jazz Surge.
Oh, nothing really. I just been in this Destiny trying to find all these exotics and stuff.
Yeah, I gotta get caught up and get the rest of my gear.
All right. Well, everyone, that's all our topics for tonight. Everyone, thanks for joining. Thanks for listening. Thanks for retweeting. Let us know where we can find everyone this week. OG, where can we find you?
You can always find me in Geeky. I think I'm getting back in the groove of that. All things Gooky. Geeky.
Wiki?
Google?
It's all in
Exactly.
everything and Gookie.
OG double M. Well, Twitter X. I'm in and out of that. I just check it every now and then.
Yeah.
So, that's about it for me. And of course, every Monday, I'm always here with the rest of the crew.
Okay. Serge, what about you?
Oh, you can find me on Facebook under Serge Gaming. X. I'm gonna start saying X. That's Twitter. X. Under Serge, YouTube and Serge, and Twitch. Definitely, I've been back on there. Serge. You can find me here every Monday when we have it, and it's Juneteenth coming up.
Yep. All right. And Jazimoto.
Oh, you can find me here every Monday with everybody else here in the crew. Whoopity doo. I'm also on YouTube and X/Twitter. Not as much, I'm gonna be honest. I have an account, but I check it every once in a while. Also Facebook and Instagram. And yep, Twitch. Jazimoto.
Hello, Michael.
Okay. You can find me with the rest of the crew here every Monday. And you can find me on Master One, streaming from my Xbox on Thursday or Friday, and playing on my PS5 as one. Probably gonna stream something this week. Don't know what it's gonna be. It's probably gonna be Callisto Protocol, but we'll see. So with that note, everyone, thank you for joining. Thank you for listening. And
Don't forget to like and
Surge,
subscribe.
yeah, like and subscribe, and Surge, take us out.
Oh, it's time to say hello. Hello, everybody.
Holla, holla,
Hello,
holla,
hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello.
Holla,
Hello, hello,
y'all.
hello, hello.
holla, holla, holla.
Hello, hello.
Let me holler at you.